Hello everyone, my name is Olorun Toba Praise. I'm an in-progress virtual assistant at ALX Academy, and today I'm answering my mastery project on course 2. There are 6 scenarios, starting with the first scenario, which is prioritization and productivity. It states, you received this message from Jordan on Slack at 9:05 a.m. Morning. Today is already looking intense. I just opened my inbox and there are already 15 plus unread emails. I've also received messages from 3 different teams asking for updates. Here is what I can see so far. Finance needs approval on a report before 12 p.m. Marketing want feedback on a campaign draft. HR is asking me to confirm availability for interviews tomorrow. A client has emailed me asking for an urgent update. I honestly don't know where to start. Everything feels urgent. So, if I was Jordan's virtual assistant, this is what my reply would be. Hey Jordan, that definitely sounds like a lot hitting you at once, but the hardest part is identifying what is on your plate, which he has done. So I suggest focusing on what is the most time sensitive and have the highest impact, which is in the order of urgency and importance. So first, finance report approval, because this has a clear deadline, 12 p.m. I did tackle that first. Then client update, send a quick response, at least to let them know that you saw their message, or you give them a better reply very soon because it was tagged urgent. Then HR interview, because this will affect tomorrow's schedule, confirm your availability, and it will only be taking few minutes, by the way. And then marketing feedback, there's no immediate deadline, so a schedule for a specific time later in the day won't be bad. And for the remaining emails, scan them for urgency and importance and answer to them in that order. So I'll just go on with scenario 2 without reading out the scenario. So, and this will be my reply to Jordan. Hi Jordan, I want to share a quick observation that might be helpful. I noticed your calendar is fully booked this afternoon from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. with back-to-back meetings and no break. Over the past few days, I've also noticed you have been joining some meetings a little late and small details have slipped through in follow-ups. If possible, I would like to block out short breaks between meetings or keep 1 or 2 time slots each day free for focused work and unexpected priorities. Even 10 to 15 minutes between meetings can make a big difference in staying organized and reducing stress. So let's go on with scenario 3, which is active listening. Hello Jordan, thanks for taking the time to talk earlier. I wanted to summarize what I understood from our conversation to make sure we are aligned. From our discussion, you are concerned about the project timeline may slip if current pace continue. You feel the team may not have a clear understanding of the highest priority, so it will be helpful to reinforce those. You did like to follow up with 2 key stakeholders, although we haven't decided on the best approach or the specific messages. You also mentioned wanting a summary of the current project status and next steps. To keep things moving, I would suggest the following. Create a brief project summary highlighting the current status, risk, priorities, and upcoming milestones. Share or clarify team's top priorities so everyone is focused on the most important work. Identify the 2 stakeholders and decide whether a quick email and a short meeting will be the most effective way to update them. Review the timeline after those conversations to see if any adjustments are needed. Please let me know if I've missed anything or misunderstood any part of our discussion. Once you confirm, we can move forward with these next steps. Then we have scenario 4, which talks about empathy and emotional intelligence. This will be my reply to Jordan. Hi Jordan, thanks for sharing how you are feeling. It sounds like you have been spending most of your time responding to urgent requests rather than getting the chance to make meaningful progress on the work that is most important. That can be really frustrating. From what I've seen this week, you have been balancing a lot of competing priorities, so it is understandable that it feels like you are constantly switching gears. Rather than trying to catch up on everything at once, it may help to identify one or two key outcomes that will make this week feel like a success and protect some uninterrupted time to focus on them. We can also look at what is truly urgent versus what can wait or be delegated if that is an option. If it will help, I'm happy to walk through your priorities with you and create a plan for the rest of the week. Sometimes a clear plan can make you feel much more manageable. I understand why you want to be prepared. I'm aware that there are ongoing internal discussions, but nothing has been officially communicated yet. So I wouldn't want to speculate or share information that has not been confirmed. If there are any changes that affect the team, I'm sure they will be communicated through appropriate channels as soon as decisions are finalized. Until then, it is probably best to wait for the official updates. If you have any concern about how any potential changes might affect your work, it may be worth raising them with your manager once information is available. And the last scenario, which is scenario 6, empathetic problem solving. This will be my reply. Hi, thanks for being open about how you are feeling. It sounds like you have been carrying this concern for a while, and I can understand why you are feeling frustrated if you don't feel your message has been fully heard. Workload concerns are important, especially when they start affecting your ability to keep up. It is good that you have already tried to raise the issue. Rather than letting the confusion continue to build, I will encourage you to have another conversation with Jordan that is as specific as possible. It may help to give concrete example of what you are working on, which tasks you are taking on, and which task is taking most of your time. If you have ideas for what could be reprioritized, delayed, or shared across the team, bringing those suggestions can also help move the conversations towards solution. If after the discussion you still feel the issue is not being addressed, it is appropriate to follow your team usual process for escalating workload concern, such as speaking with your manager or HR if needed. So this is the end of my mastery project. Thank you so much for listening.